Yes, sir. We're going to start off with, this is part 2 of, is it a blessing to wake up? First of all, I want to come in and I want to start off, shout out to everybody, all the listeners, and thank everybody for participating and listening and checking out our point of view and, you know, the things we talk about on our shows and stuff. And I just want to apologize to some of the family, some of the more spiritual people or more religious people that may have took how I came across on the first show, just my aggressiveness, you know. I just want to say we bless, you know. I thank God for being here, and you know, when we talking about God and stuff, that profanity ain't cool, no matter how passionate or how serious you is about what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it respect when it comes to the Creator when we talk about this real stuff. And then I want to clear up when I said, if you a real Christian, it ain't hard to be a real nigga. You know, I want to clear that up and say, some of y'all know what I meant, but without, you know what I'm saying? Some people may have been thrown off, you know, because that was funny though. But yeah, we're going to keep it respectful. And, you know, it's just about, do you think it's a blessing to wake up? Is it a blessing to wake up in the morning? You know, do you believe that that's a blessing? Is the question. I'm going to let my boy EQ go in because, you know, sometimes, I mean, you know, we have a lot of different disagreements or different beliefs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not a different belief. What it is a different conversation. What you having is a conversation that has to do with just you being alive. That's what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thank God for being alive. A lot of people thank God for being alive.
Right.
That's not what we're talking about. You said, I thank God for waking up. And my direction went into, well, it's not a blessing because you have to do God's work in order to receive the blessings that God wants you to receive. That's what I was getting at.
Right. So,
yeah, everybody gonna say it's a blessing. It's a blessing to wake up and what? I'm in jail? Is that a blessing? Is it a blessing for me to wake up and I'm out here on the street homeless? And I woke up and I got like a rack that I just shoved off my chest?
Yeah, it's a blessing.
Well, what blessing am I receiving? What type
the
of
blessing of being able to wake up another day and try to do better.
But look what I'm looking at. Look at what I'm facing. Look at what I'm after.
So yeah, closing up that. I believe it's a blessing to wake up, you know, and get for those, you know, and get a chance to do better today. Do it today, what you didn't get done yesterday, you know, and things of that nature. So that's my standpoint. This man believes something different. We could agree to disagree. We can move on to the next chapter in this page. So what was the first thing you want to bring, that you want to talk about that we was going to bring up?
All right, let's keep it on. Wake up in the morning and thank God. Let's go with the new review of the Emmett Till movie. Let's go with that. Now, what I take out of that is not again. Come on, man. Right. How many times do we need to see this?
Yeah.
We got 12 Years Slave. We got Django.
The Butler.
We got the Butler, The Help.
The Help.
I mean, how many more of these movies do we keep needing to see? Like, I want to see more movies that's on a direction that has nothing to do with hip hop, but has to do with black positivity. But we can't find it. We seem to not be able to find it. I think that's the best way to describe it. Because they are out there. there's a movie with Mos Def where Mos Def plays a doctor. I think he plays Ben Carson in a movie. But nobody looks at that movie as a movie of high regard because why? It's boring. We want to see something like Dead Presidents. We want to see things like Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, New Jack City. And even if it's not black, Scarface, Godfather, Carlito's Way. We seem to glorify, and then the movies that we do say, well, yo, we got some champion movies too, Paid in Full. I mean, let's be real with ourselves here.
Yeah.
There's movies that it's like coming out on a repeated scale of how other people are viewing us. And then even when we get a chance to be in control of the movie, we decide to go down the same path. We don't change it at all, even if we are in charge.
Right.
We're still going to shuck jive. We're still going to do buffoonery. We're still going to have rap inside of our stuff. We're still going to show ourselves in a negative light.
That new black movie, Nope, was a good movie, like a science fiction movie.
So you mean to tell me that in order for black people to be looked at seriously, it's got to be science? It's got to be, aliens involved?
Not seriously, but just that was really entertaining. It was a good movie and well put together. I love the actors. And yeah, that really grabbed me. I'm gonna be getting that definitely on Blu-ray.
I understand. That's good.
I thought that was a pretty cool movie.
And what was it called again?
Nope.
Nope? Okay. You talking about the ones with the aliens?
Yeah. Jordan Peele knowing, yeah.
Yeah.
He did Get Out, he did Us with 5 on it on there. This is his latest one. It was pretty dope. I watched it 3 or 4 times. I never watched Get Out like 3 or 4 times. I didn't watch Us 3 or 4 times. I actually, a couple of times I fell asleep, but then it just caught me. And I was just into it. And it was a really, really cool movie. You know what I'm saying? Storyline, I mean, it progressed. It progressed fast. I think it's an hour and a half. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get us off the subject. We was talking about the Emmett Till release and everything.
No, everything that you said plays a part.
Yeah.
Because this is our legacy. And this is another movie that's going to be part of our legacy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So everything that you're mentioning, yeah, it plays a part.
Yeah.
But how many of these movies are we going to see
these
that portray us in these
getting killed? Well, we still getting killed today, They still found a girl hung by the Capitol or by that place down south that hasn't been resolved. They didn't find the killers. Nobody know anything. Still popping up in those little cities, those little places, down south.
Well, that's something that needs to be addressed.
Definitely.
Because I'm saying that, it don't have to necessarily be part of society that needs to keep putting us in this way where we are always looked at in this box.
Right.
There should be other things that we should find entertaining, and we don't. And when they want to reach out to us and they want us to feel a certain way, why are these movies things like Till? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Why the movies that's not supposed to touch us to make us want to strive more? It's not a movie about a black astronaut, a movie about a black doctor, a movie about a black scientist, movie about, I mean, even when they do try to put it in a positive lens, we get Black Panther. This is a fictional character.
Nice. Oh, that's speaking on movies. I know. What do you think about The Women King?
That is partly fact and partly fiction. The person that Viola Davis is playing is not the person. The king is the real person. And then look at the portrayal that they play upon this king. Where this is somebody that has a taste outside of women or want people outside of this person that is supposedly a warrior king is connected to. These are things that we are watching that are not giving us the direction that we need to go into. But my thing is, why do we need to look at that? I don't need to see an actor or an actress tell me how the black culture should act or respond. I'm still yet to see somebody actually, break outside of that mold. Because if we look at entertainment, we all snuck around the same box. You might be able to get away with certain people and you say, well, this person isn't. Okay, look at the movies that Oprah played. Because people say, well, Oprah is rich. A lot of the movies that Oprah play, who does she play?
Powerful woman.
Powerful woman that's what?
Strong, ain't gonna back down.
But she plays the role of a black woman that's being beaten by the white man and the white struggle and all of this stuff. Yeah. That's how she plays her movies. Or she's someone in the cotton field somewhere out there bucking against the system. We need to break away from that thought process. Yeah. And a movie like Till is not helping us out. Now, the movie Till is not a new movie. There have been other movies that have came out about this incident that happened to this 15-year-old boy from Chicago that went out on a summer break to visit his family in Mississippi. Wow. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this isn't a movie that hasn't been already discovered, rediscovered, discovered again, and now here we are again. Why do we keep showing these old images of black people in this position when we want to talk about generational wealth is what you like to talk about? What is the first word in that? Generation. You understand? So that doesn't mean your generation only. That means generations yet to come. Down the road, we are going to have. Now, what is the second word? Wealth. Okay? So you want the generations to come after you to receive wealth. How do they get the wealth? They got the wealth through what? This generation, that generation, okay. So now we got to a point where there are generations that have passed. There has wealth that has been gained. And while you're sitting up there in heaven, and you looking down on your fruits of labor and all of the prospects of the generations that you didn't get a chance to see born, but they put you up in the big house, sitting in the big chair, on the portrait, over the fireplace, over the mantle.
Yeah.
That's where this is the grandpapa. This is the root of the tree that got us to this Dallas type of living, like the soap operas, Dynasty type of living, Falcon Crest type of living. We living like the Kennedys now. We moving on up. All right, so if we're doing all of these things, why am I still going back in the past talking about struggle?
Right.
I haven't seen that. I've been lifted on the shoulders of giants. I have received generational wealth to where I don't have to do this anymore. So why are we still talking about it? That's the point where I get at with now you're telling me in 2022 I need to watch the movie Till? Something that took place in like 1940s? You understand what I'm saying? We're supposed to be moving forward. My generation moves forward. Generations move forward. They don't move backwards. Right. Generations move forward. Because if generations move backwards, that means you touch the Benjamin Button. I'm not going to grow old. I get to a certain point and then I go back young. That doesn't happen in real life. So you're not going to see the generations that are going to happen due to your labor. But the last thing you want them to do is to keep bringing up the same problems that you had during your labor. Because then that compromises you as a person on how hard you worked to build generational wealth. Are you really standing on solid foundation? Or do we need to keep going back? Because if you're standing on solid foundation, we're just going to do what? Move forward.
Facts.
We're going to do not reconstruction, we're going to refurbish. We're going to get the rugs and the lamps and the windows and the walls. We're not building the building. We're just changing what's going on in the inside and making it more modern. We putting it into the future. If I walk into your house and it still looks like in 2022, like it did in the 1950s, first thing that's going to come out of your mouth is wow.
Yeah. Hey, speak on that thing about, how you was telling me about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and how back in that time, how they keep the why is it black and white and stuff like that.
All right. There is a mind fuckery that's going on right now. And it's been going on ever since I've been a kid. And what it is imagery plays a key part to someone's intelligence or someone's vision of intelligence. First thing that comes into mind is vision. Vision is what you see in front of you. It's what sometimes brings the best or the worst out of people. And when you are showing images, you are trying to gain some sort of feeling from whoever is viewing that image. Picture is worth 1,000 words. So it also is responsible for many actions. Now, if I show you something in a certain color, it reacts in your brain in a certain way. Because even if you're not familiar with the situation, your visual is helping your brain not only concentrate on what you're seeing in front of you, but analyze it so it makes sense to you. If everything you keep seeing in black and white makes you think that it happened in the past, it's so long ago, stop. Just stop. If you see it in color, it brings on a different image in your mind. It thinks that it's recent because everything now is in color. If you see something in black and white, you think of the past. If you see something in color, you think of the future. You think of right now. So if I keep showing you images and videos of your civil rights leaders in black and white, like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, that brings on a separation to the people of the generation now because they're used to color. So when they see something in black and white, they think, oh, it happened so long. Wait, these people that we are talking about right now, there are people that are still alive that remember these people speaking, and they're standing right in front of you. That's what I'm saying. If you were born within 1970, okay? If you were born, let's say 1970, let's just stop there. Not only did you watch hip-hop be born, but you also watched black exploitation be born. Everything was in color. Right? If you were born in the 60s, you still seen color. There might have been a mixture depending on your wealth. Because color existed. Just depends on how wealthy you are. Were you able to receive this technicolor or not? But these people are alive. My mother was born in 1951. And she is still alive to this day. Which means she's seen no Martin Luther King, then she seen Martin Luther King, then she seen Martin Luther King die. And she's still here. And when she shows me pictures of her and her past, they're in color. Why? Because she had money. So you mean to tell me that there is no imagery of these individuals in color? Why, yes, there are. But why do they keep them in black and white?
So you could think that it's so far in the past.
That it happened so long ago that now we don't even need to talk about it no more. We don't need to think. That happened so long ago. And it's like, wait, no, these people that you are talking about that had to go through that, they're still alive. So it did not happen as long ago as you claim it to be. But you visualize it to change our mentality, to keep us in a position that, hey, well, now things have changed. Things have not changed. Things have not changed. You know what has changed? The people that used to care and the people that don't care. The people that don't care has went up. The people that do care has went down. That's what happened. Because they tricked you into thinking that this happened so long ago to where you don't need to care anymore. I don't need to worry about that. That's not how I'm living. It's not how I was raised. I didn't never. It's funny how black people.
I ain't never been a slave.
Thank you. I was just gonna say that. But then all of a sudden we get these kumbaya moments where we need reparations for slavery. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that moment in time was really in black and white. And I don't mean just the imagery of the picture. I mean the struggle.